50 Cent here, and today I have tons of news. I found a bunch of different stories that we get to talk about. It's all up to date, and none of it is political, which is why I really just absolutely love, finding hopeful technology stuff. And this is all stuff that you probably haven't heard before, and I think that all of these stories are really great, and they're all over the place, so this is going to be really fun. Anyway, the first one is the fact that a group of hackers figured out how to send code to literally physically damage screens, like physically actually damage screens just by code alone. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it works, but basically it's a GPU power sequencing issue. And so I'm not going to explain exactly what's happening because it'd be pretty easy for people to figure out how to utilize it, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway, when this code is brought over to another computer, the screen will literally heat up and break, like actually crack or something. Like, that's just pretty wild. And now the next story, which is also, this one is wild, guys. This one, I got so excited for this one because, like, a story is good when it's making you have a reaction to it in real time. You're like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, this is the world we live in. But there is a grocery, and I'm not going to say the name of this app. You can find it on your own if you really want to, but I do not want to promote them in any way because I think that this is probably the dumbest idea of our time. I can't believe. Well, actually, I don't want to say that too early because there's another story later that I'm about to tell you. So much, guys, so much. But anyway, a grocery sharing app to resell food items to minimize waste, okay? So, and they can't have anything homemade, open, or expired. But now let's talk about that really quick. First of all, that's the dumbest idea I ever saw actually put into action. Other selling apps, they actually say you can't have food items on there. And it's for a lot of different reasons. But, one of the main ones is, poison, for example. Yeah, so like now you have an app that access to your neighborhood and what they have in their houses. I mean, there's just so much wrong with this. I could go on for probably 3 hours talking about this subject, but I'm just gonna let you guys think about all of the downsides of that. I know that a lot of people can see some upside if like you're in it, but I don't understand anything beyond downsides. Like, maybe someone could see an upside, but I don't know. For me, that just sounds like the most ridiculous idea. So now this one is even more ridiculous. Like, these are just going to keep getting more and more ridiculous as we go throughout them. But get ready for this. Power beam laser microwaves. This is what's happening. The satellites that are in space, they're planning on making like energy completely wireless, but from satellites, and they're going to beam laser microwaves to give like cars power and your house and stuff like that, but you have to pay for it. And instead of just having like the regular power lines, that's the way they're going to do it. They're going to go whoa, 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 and totally that's going to impact your brain chemistry and possibly cause mind control. But that's just the conspiracy side of it. Anyway, they're thinking about making that an actuality, which is completely ridiculous. I once again, I can go on for hours on all of these different subjects, but the reason I'm not going to is because I have more stories to tell you and I want to get through all of them. But just know that me, the person who hates hopeful technology, could easily rant about that for hours on end. So the next one is the NYU University fired an organic chemistry professor. Get ready for this, because the student said his class was too hard. So you got medical students that are becoming doctors they're not getting the right education and so their administrators are forcing the professors to pass their students. Like, when they don't understand the transformation on a molecular level, they shouldn't be treating patients, pretty much, is the way I feel about it. But that is like, whoa. Like, you're paying for college. Yeah, I get it. You got student debt and whatnot, but you got to put the work in, Like, if you're looking to become a doctor, you can't, like, I get that it's hard. It's going to be difficult to learn, but if you're becoming a doctor, I mean, people are trusting you with their lives. And so for you to be like, this is too hard. and they actually fire the guy and pass the students. This is our future. We got people who don't know the curriculum. Like, people are like getting, now it's like, yeah, I get it, you can get by, and like, just pass them. And if they're in elementary school, if they're in middle school, just, you know, get them by, just pass them. High school, all right, you maybe hold them back a little bit, go ahead and pass them. But college, like, this is where you are now setting up what you're going to do in your life and how people are going to trust you based on what you've learned. But you know what? All that's too hard anyway. I just want to become, you know, this crazy whatever, the highest, you know, doctor, brain surgeon, whatever. But that's really difficult. So just pass me, please. Thanks. But yeah, that's crazy. And once again, I can rant for hours on that, but I'm not going to go any too far. All right, this one's kind of crazy. China is deploying a drone transferred robo-dog with machine guns attached to it. So they're literally fly over drone, that little robo-dog that you saw, it's on YouTube from Boston Dynamics, I think. But it kind of looks like that. And then, yeah, anyway, they didn't actually show it firing, but they do show the dog walking around with it. And it is actually real because it was put out by China. But who knows how fake the actual video is overall as far as the idea or what's to come of it. But that's just something that to mention. And so here comes the craziest one of them all. I left the craziest story for the end. You're not going to believe this. This one is wild, guys. Space ads. Space advertising. Okay, you get ready for this. So it's going to cost $65 million, and they're guaranteeing you'll still turn a profit, right? So what they do is they coordinate satellites to reflect off of the sun to create logos and branding words and stuff like that. So, you know, when you're looking up in the beautiful sky at night and you're like, ah, and boom, now you're seeing Apple or Google or whatever just up in the sky. Like that one, you already know. I could literally go on for hours and hours and hours absolutely smiting this idea. It's so crazy. It's so ridiculous. There's no point for any of this. If this is our future, I want out now. But yeah, that's just absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I like to keep it short and sweet. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little entertaining video. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. My name's Billy Ray Cyrus, and I'll be seeing you.